We got the YouTube iPad, is the Instagram cell phone. So we trying two birds at one stone, trying to be I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but yeah, we're gonna try to figure it out. So I want to see. Oh shit, we're live. Whatever. All right, so let's move this a little bit right there, so you can see my cat whenever she's. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Where's this camera? Right here. All right, perfect. I even got my. So we're at the house today. So we are at the house. My girlfriend bought a whole bunch of food, and oh shit, I'm not live on here. So what are we doing? I don't even know what I'm making today. That's the problem. All right, so we got all of this fruit that needs to be meal prepped. Need to prep all of this. Right, so. Cat, get out of there. We got a whole bunch of shit right now. I got shit all over the place. Get out of the way. All right, so we are live over here. And we are not live over here. So let me start this. All right, so we are meal prepping. And this time, it's not for a client, it's for me and my girlfriend. So, got to start everything with a sharp knife, right? You can't screw up, you can't screw around. If you're meal prepping, you have to get yourself a sharp knife. Let's get all of these things together here. Let's get all of this stuff together. So we are meal prepping. We got a whole bunch of strawberries. We got a whole bunch of grapes. There's a lot of stuff I got here today that we're gonna get ourselves going through, especially this, I don't know if you like bacon, but Market District if you're in Pittsburgh, Market District Maple Chipotle Bacon. So they have this bacon at the Market District, and it is literally my favorite bacon. And you put that with eggs. You do that with, in which I'm going to be making these little egg bites out of this little silicone. I guess it's technically a cupcake. It's technically a cupcake pan, but it is, I think, one of the best things to use for these egg bites. Because why? You'll see whenever we make these, whenever you pour the batter in here and we bake it, it makes it a lot easier to just kind of press it out of the bottom and just boom, out they come. So something we're going to be getting ourselves into here. Obviously, we got to wash all of this because I don't know, like the rest of you guys, if you are a monster at night or can always use some sort of snacking, or you are always snacking and need something better to eat. Well, that's essentially what we're going to be getting ourselves into today. So we have all of this stuff to kind of go through, and yeah, it should be fun. So welcome everybody. There's nobody here. Fuck it. So essentially what we need to start doing is we need to chop up these onions. Now, I don't know how everybody likes to cut onions, but the first thing first is that, get your onions out and make sure you have a sharp knife, right? That is going to be very important, is that you need a sharp knife. So first things first, let's get each edge right off, and not trying to cut your finger, but always take that first layer off. And this is how I always like to cut onions, right? Because you can do so much from this part of the onion if you half moon it, rather than if you like chop just one edge off and try to peel it all around. But you do each side, and saying that we're going to be dicing them, one thing you really want to make sure is that you have the sharp knife, right? If your knife is not sharp and you're over here trying to cut onions, that's how you cry. If you ever cry from cutting onions, it's more or less because you have a dull knife. So first things first, get your sharp knife, and then you're going to make nice little slices all the way down. And if you want a real fine dice, you cut it in half if you trust yourself, and then you get yourself into the dice. And again, having a sharp knife makes all the difference. Oh, there's the iPad. But you got to make sure it's sharp. So with these egg bites, we're putting onions, peppers, and I don't even know really what else I have in here. Maybe some herbs and some cheese, because I love cheese. Now people say, people give cheese a bad rap, but yeah, gotta get some cheese in there. But we also have all of these fruit, and this is the thing a lot of people make the mistake of, right? Is whenever you're meal prepping, a lot of times people have fruit, but they just let it sit in these containers, and then what ends up happening, it gets all old, it gets all shitty. Hey Shira, what's cracking? I'm sitting here bitching about, whenever you buy fruit and leave it in the container, it gets moldy. You got to take it out of the damn container because you don't know how long it's been sitting there on the shelf like this. So yeah, so instead of me going around throwing half of this shit out and feeding it to the deer that are outside right now, I'm actually going to use it and start, not that I don't like feeding my deer. I say my deer. They're the fucking random deer that's all around the town. But I feed them because the mom has a broken leg. She literally limps around with one leg sitting there just dangling, and I feel so bad. So I always try to throw something to her, and so she eats. Oh, today is the day. Today is the day. You get to walk again. You get to learn how to walk again. That's gonna be special. Now, did you take any steps? Did you try any steps? Or have you did a little prerequisite walk before you go to the doctor's office and say, hey, what the hell's going on? You really want me to walk from point where to where? And look, use a sharp knife. Nervous as fuck. See, I can read the chat. I wouldn't recommend this, but I can read your chat while cutting. Now, I don't know if that's skills or if that's just me being a dumbass, but We'll figure it out one of these days. But yeah, today's keep doing the stretches if I'm walking. What you should do, I don't even know if you can see me, but like whenever you're walking is try to get yourself, if you can bring that injured leg back and kind of stand on one leg, stand on your good, bring that one leg back and almost just kind of touch your toes and try to roll down your foot, because essentially that's what you're going to be having to do here in a little bit. What time did you say? It's what, 11? You got a couple hours. You got to get yourself together. Yeah, so kind of like a reverse lunge. Like, so say if you were going into like a split squat and you were coming down, because that was one of the motions that I found was the hardest, was going down into a split squat. So yeah, but I would say get yourself, if you're trying to learn how to walk, is just really almost extending that big toe all the way back, and you'll see it. So I'm actually doing a simulcast live. I got my Instagram cell phone, and then I got the iPad going on over here. So if I'm like looking back and forth, I'm trying to see. It's weird because I see myself in both screens, and it's kind of weird. But yeah, we're trying something new today. Yeah, so let me know how everybody's doing today. Let me know how you're doing on Instagram. We got a first time recovering, coming back from walking. I don't know if you were able to see. You said you see my video of the one I just uploaded, and it was kind of crazy. It was I was looking through an old cell phone of mine and saw that I was like, wait, that's me, and half of my face is cut out on like each video or on each scene, because I don't even know. It was cut out. So then I realized, shit, let me just kind of merge it all together and put it together and see what happens. But first time walking is, yeah, it gave you hope. Well, that's all I need. That's all it was for then, is to give somebody hope. But the thing is remember, if you're walking for the first time again after an ankle fracture, you have to give it time, right? Time heals everything. Time heals everything. But you also got to work for it too, right? You also got to do the things you need. What the hell? Speaking of that, I didn't even grab the vegetables that I need. So we have, I don't even know really what I'm cooking, to be honest. So I'm making these egg bites for meal prep. And so just using peppers, onions, and really one of the best things to use for this is a silicone, I guess cupcake pan. Let me shut my door before my cat, get out of here. Crazy thing is my cat one time got stuck in the fridge. She is a savage. She is a diabetic cat. I got a diabetic cat, and she somehow got stuck in the fridge. I didn't even realize it, and yeah, I was trapped in there for like 20 minutes. Lucky her. But this is what we're going to be using. I don't know if you guys ever used a silicone pan for baking, but it's literally a cheat. It's just look. Watch. You can do this, and they pop right out. Or the other things you might have to like, yeah. It makes it a whole adventure. So let's get these peppers. Now let's see if anybody was paying attention to some of my other videos, and they were teaching you how to cut this specific pepper. If you remember, was you get the bottom. This almost looks like a damn tomato. Side, 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 and then all the seeds are stuck still in the pepper. Well, I guess I could use that. I don't want to waste that much, but whatever. I did that the other day on a live stream, and I guess somebody was from Asia, and they said that they actually eat the seeds from the green pepper, which I never knew that was like a delicacy. So yeah, maybe I'll have to try that sometime. But then I think about it, we eat crushed red peppers, don't we? So where did we get those? From hot peppers. So yeah, I don't know, I'm losing my mind. But we are dicing this, so I want to show you, because I got two little videos. Okay, so nice julienne slices. and you can see this knife is very sharp. And then using the back of the blade, right? A lot of times when people cut, it's like you guys want to stab somebody, right? We're not in Jason. We're not Freddy Krueger. We're not trying to kill somebody. What we're trying to do is use the back of the blade. I just realized that is actually bent. Shit. Oh well. But you use the back of the blade because you have more control of your knife. So you always use the back and then dice it down. Unless you're really like trying to fine tune yeah, it's very sharp, I would say. So I would watch it. The thing is if you have a sharp knife, that is actually the biggest hack in all of cooking. Because a lot of times what people don't realize is their problem in cooking is because it takes so long to prep. And if you have a sharp knife, guess what? It takes down like a lot. Why is it bent? Suspect? Yeah, I think it was because I was stabbing somebody the other day. Actually, it's my knife bag. I think I stabbed something in my knife bag, and you can see, like, I got this. I think it was stabbing inside of there, unfortunately. Off of that metal. Oh well. But, and that's the thing with these like Japanese blades. I don't know if you can really see like how thin that blade is. I don't even know how HD this is. Yeah, but they're so thin that's the thing you got to be careful with what you're cutting. And honestly, it could have been my girlfriend that she was using this and bent it, but I'm not going to blame her. It was probably me. But being that these are so thin, you have to watch what you're cutting. Like, you can't just everything with these knives because they will. But vegetables, I love using this for vegetables. So yeah, so we got a whole bunch of peppers, we got a whole bunch of onions, and I'm probably not going to use all of that for egg bites, or else I'm going to be eating egg bites for the next fucking 2 weeks. But essentially, with this, you don't necessarily even need to oil it or butter it. And that's also why I like using silicone. Now, some people say, oh, you're eating fucking plastic. Well, guess what? We eat plastic every day. Oh, well. Thing is it makes it easier for us, right? We're going to be able to pop it right out rather than sit there and have to waste our damn time trying to get every individual thing in there. So I guess first things first, I need eggs. And we need a bowl to crack these eggs in. I thought I had all of my stuff ready. Oh, I do. They're right next to me. Duh. All right, so let's see this. Can you guys crack an egg with one hand? That's going to be the $1 million question. Can you crack an egg? And look at this. Did you ever get a set of eggs where they're all like, you get some brown, some white? Like, what the hell is going on here? Like, let's like, they're all different types of colors. Whatever. Which one am I using? I'll leave it up to you guys in the chat. Which one am I using? Am I using the white 3? I guess I need like 5. So which one am I using? Am I using the white ones that are in here, or am I using the brown ones that are in here? And I don't know if it's backwards. Can you read that? Is that organic? Is it backwards for you guys? Actually, what's the delay here? 3-4 seconds? Whatever. I'm going to use the brown. One hand. Crack it. Nice and easy. And be smart, right? If you're cracking eggs or you're cracking anything, make sure you have your garbage can close by. Because you don't want to just sit there and crack an egg and then come all the way over here, throw it back, and come back, and then your hands are just full of nasty ass eggs. But yeah, one hand. And I'm not throwing it on the ground. My garbage is literally right here. Did I get any shells in here? No. Ah. Now Does anybody have a hack to get the shells out? I usually just put a finger in there and try to stick it out, but yeah, that usually works. But now that I have my hands in here, I gotta wash my damn hands. And that's a lot of times what people don't realize when they're doing meal prep. You wanna know why you get sick half the time? Because you're not washing your hands or you're cross-contaminating everything, right? A lot of times people don't, you see a lot of videos on YouTube, see a lot of videos on Instagram, everything's chopped up so quick, everything's pop, 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 pop. And you gotta do that yourself, thinking it's gonna be that easy, and then you're sitting there on the toilet for hours. Meal prep. Wash your hands. That's important. But with our eggs, we need the salt and pepper, right? I just bought one of these automatic salt and pepper little thingies, not realizing that they need 6 batteries. 6 fucking batteries. Let me see if I can show you. Look at this. There's 3. I had 3. And then you go to the other side, they want 3 more. Like, I don't have 6 AAA. I don't have 6 AAA batteries just sticking around. I barely had 3. You can see. I only had 2 original ones, and then I stole one out of a remote. Was a good idea. So, go back to the old school method, which is salt and pepper right out of the little container. So salt, pepper, egg is how I like to do most of my eggs. And actually, you know what? Let's do it a little different. We're gonna throw a little bit of let's throw a little garlic salt in there, just because. Why not? We'll do a little garlic salt. And the important thing with eggs is that you get air into the eggs, right? You want to bring air into it. So that's why sometimes when you're cooking or when you're making like an egg mixture with things, like if you're doing French toast, for instance, you don't want to use a whisk, believe it or not. You actually want to use a fork to kind of blend it together to kind of get a whippy, so you're not necessarily putting air into the egg. Whereas if I'm making scrambled eggs or these egg bites, I want to whip the hell out of it so that air gets in there so I can get it to be fluffy, if that makes sense. So, yeah. What the hell? But I don't know what the hell I did with my wire whisk. So I might, maybe I should have been a little bit more prepared. But this is like what it is in real life, right? When you're cooking at home, it's like, shit, where is this? Where is that? Where did so-and-so move this? And where did you put that? And where, yeah, I mean, trust me, that's what I'm always bitching about. Where the hell? I mean, do I not have a wired whisk anymore? Did it get thrown away? All right, well, looks like we're going fork it is. We're gonna try to get some, we'll try to mix the hell out of it. Now the thing is you would want to mix your eggs first. I'm gonna try to show this and without it, but mix your eggs first and throw your raw veggies just right inside. And then give it a little mix. And really that's all you're trying to do, right? I mean, it's pretty much that simple. Now, you get your silicone egg mat. Now, if you want to put butter in there, you can, but I'm going to tell you right now, you don't necessarily need to put it in the silicone mat because it's silicone. It's what it's there for, right? So you don't, and another thing is you don't want to fill these up to the very top. So let me just try to see if I can come up with an exact measurement. So I have, all right, so this is 2/3 of a cup. And so 2/3 of a cup, let's see, so that's about 1/3 of a cup, yeah. So that's about, see where it's about halfway? So 2/3, so I'd say it's 1/4 a cup is what you would want to fill this up with. I would say a little bit less than halfway because you got to remember, these are going to rise when you stick them into the oven. And if you fill it all the way up to the top, what's going to happen? It's going to explode, and it's going to look like shit. And then you're not going to want to eat it, and then you're going to throw it away, and then you're going to be like, oh, fucking meal prep's too hard. And it's going to be like, no, you just messed up some of the little steps. So let's see how many I'll be able to get out of here. Actually, it's looking... Wow. Can we get that last little bit? We sure can. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 10. I'll take 10. 10 of them's not bad. So you have the option here too, right? You can sit here and add cheese. You can't even, can you see it? I don't want to spill it too much, but you can add a little bit of sprinkle of cheese on top. You can add a little bit of herb on top. But essentially what I would do is cook it as is, right? And then whenever you go to back up, add the cheese or add some herbs on top of it. Because the thing is if you add cheese to this right now, who's to say that it goes bad? You know, who's to say that you even want to eat it by the time it turns? So something to think about, and it could stick to your muffin pan. And then you can't get it out. Now you're ripping it out and it just looks like shit. So I'd say save the cheese for after, when it's all hot, or whenever you go to reheat it. Same thing with the herbs. You put the herbs in there, they're going to cook. It's not going to give you real of a fresh herb taste. Me personally, I like putting basil or like a pico de gallo on top of it in the breakfast. And to be honest, I would eat 2 of these, right? So if you're having a oatmeal in the morning, you have 1 or 2 packets of oatmeal, you have 1 or 2 of these oat muffins, and there you go. What do you have? Over 30 grams of protein. So what I should have done is heat my fucking oven up. But yeah, so we're going 375 on the oven. And once I can get rid of this and this little station, I can show you what else we're making. But we have 375 in the oven. We'll let that reheat. And then let me move this out of the way. Keep that over there. All right, now how we doing over here? Is everybody doing okay? Let me get my little chat thing going up. But now, men are chiefs, women are cooks. What the hell does that even mean? Susan, holla, what's cracking? How we doing today? Use fork? Yeah, use fork. I don't know, I just made brownies the other day, and or yesterday, and I had my wire whisk, but I put it in the dishwasher and it's not there. So either my girlfriend said screw it and throwing it away, or it's just disappeared. So who the hell knows? But we got 3 eggs left. Look at, and I saved 1 of each color. You can see they're all 3 different colors too. Like, what the hell's going on? And really the only reason we got these eggs is because it said organic. I was like, fuck it, my name's Nick, right? So we got that done. Move this garbage can, move this so I don't get killed. Cat, you literally just ate and now she's over here begging for food. All right, so I'm gonna move this cutting board because this is what we have veggies on. And if you're cooking, you know, if you're doing any types of fruit and vegetables, obviously not using the same cutting board, because why? Cross-contamination, and you don't want your damn strawberries tasting like onions, and vice versa. Unless that's your thing. So we'll move that over here. Bust out the small one. So one of the things that I wanted to show you, I don't think I've ever got to show this on live stream, is this cutting board. So I had this custom made a couple years ago, and that is like an epoxy resin that this guy made. So he made the cutting board and cut like As you can see, this is still part of the wood. I don't know. Actually, I have no idea how the hell they did this, to be honest, now that I'm looking at it. But this thing is so nice that I do not want to cut on it, and I don't think it's smart to cut on epoxy. So, yeah, so I just kind of have it sitting here. But I cut on the other ones. That's for damn sure. But, all right, let's see. What do we got going on over here? Meal prepping. Throw this away. Now, how we doing today? How's everybody doing over here? So I'm doing a new thing. Maybe I should kind of explain that. So I have my cell phone going over here on Instagram, and then I have my YouTube over here. So the other day, I did a YouTube or an Instagram video, and it was the same. It's so weird because a lot of times I'll just cross post some of the same videos to the different platforms, and some of them do really well, some of them do really, just kind of just sit there. But for some reason, the one that I said is your ass flatter than a yoga block picked up on Instagram, and it gave me like fucking a couple hundred new followers, and so it's still growing as where we're right now. So you just never know. I put that same video on YouTube, and it dies with like 400 views. So it's weird how these different things work. So I was like, fuck it, let me come over here, do a little bit of meal prep together, and see how this goes. But we're going fruits, because one of the biggest problems with people, or always hear, is the fact that, Nick, I'm a monster at night. What do I do? Help. Well, first off, don't buy the food. If you're a monster at night and you're eating sweet food, well, don't stop buying it. Second thing we could do, start prepping more veggies and fruits. So I want to show you this new little device I got. This thing, I don't know, one of my clients got it for me, but it's like a strainer in one. So you're supposed to put fruit in it. I've never actually used this. So you're supposed to put fruit in it and then wash it out and then rinse it by just spilling it like that, and then it dries it. I don't know. We're about to find out. So let's see if this thing even fucking works. Give it a nice little rinse. All right. So, and you can see too, it's got like the little, yeah, I don't know, weird. And this is the problem too, I was just yelling about earlier, was with the fruit that you buy at the store, if you leave it in the container, like this, it's gonna go bad. Like, and then the thing is then you're throwing it away or you're feeding it to the deer. The problem is you got to get it out of the container as soon as possible and start, like, rinse it, prep it, get it out, because you don't know how long it's been sitting on the counter. Like, I'm sure I'll dig in here when we get in here that there's probably like 2 of them that are moldy as shit. But like always, make sure you guys know how to use this. Let me know in the chat. You guys know how to use a steel? Even because this is one of the tools that I think people always have at their house, but just kind of never use it. And what this is, it's actually for edging your knife. So when you're sharpening your knife and you're actually doing something, you're supposed to use it as an edger for your knife. And the thing is, it's not necessarily a sharpener, it's an edger. So yeah, something to think about. You can hear this thing's dull as shit. But how I like to do it is you do a couple of swipes each side. You do 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. And then it's important after you use a steel, you have to wipe down the blade because it's all metal right there on the blade. So, yeah, make sure you wipe it off. So let's get this cracking. So we're gonna quarter these strawberries. So when I mean by quarter, I mean we're taking the tops off. And let me know if you've ever had freshly picked strawberries. Because the fresh picked strawberries compared to the ones that you buy at the store, there is literally no comparison. It's like, it's two different, it's almost like you're having two different fruits in a way. I could just tell these are going to be kind of dry. These don't really look too well. And that's the problem when you buy this shit at the store. You don't realize, like, is it, how old is it? How long has it been sitting there? Has it been sitting there for days? Were they really just about to throw it away and then you picked it up? Was it the one that's been exposed? Hasn't necessarily been refrigerated the whole time? So that's why it's always important. Once you get your fruit, just rinse it off, start looking at it, see what the hell's going on with it. Because again, you don't want it sitting there in the fridge, dying away, whenever you could be utilizing it instead of throwing it to the deer or throwing it to your local wildlife outside the door. Now, I don't even know if, is that legal? I don't think you're supposed to feed the deer outside. And if it is, I've never done that. Ever. Alright, so now we got all the greens off. We got to put them in our little container here. So that's too many. Alright, let's see how this works. So I mean, this is it. This new little device. I mean, I guess it is what it is, right? It's not like anything special, but I do kind of like it because it does have the strainer. You don't see that often. And it's just like a little cup, and then it does have like a little pour spout over here on the edge. So if you're having to soak any types of fruit, you're trying to soak any types of nuts or whatever, and then you just kind of strain it right out. But again, important, make sure you're rinsing your veggies. Make sure you're rinsing your fruit. Make sure, because again, you don't know how long that shit's been sitting on the counter. And especially when you buy like apples and stuff, they are sprayed with a wax to keep them fresher. If you've ever read it on the package, it says sprayed with wax to keep it fresher. So what's that mean? Rinse it the fuck off. So we have these ones. Let's bring this over here, and these will be the first ones we start to quarter. So you can chop the little sides off like so, but I like going straight down. One, flip it. One, flip it. And so now you got quarter pieces, just like that. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We're going to do this for the whole entire container. And being sure not to use those ones. And then now this, some people, I don't know, eat the stem. That's not really my thing. I don't know if that's what you would like to do, but no. I chop that off. And some people always say, oh, Nick, you're wasting food. I'm not trying to waste any food. I'm just being real. I'm not eating that. And if it's something I'm not going to eat, well, guess what? It's yours now. It's like, I pay for it. I'll do whatever the hell I want with it. Now, what are some of your favorite things to use strawberries with? Do you guys like bacon strawberries? Do you eat them fresh? Do you eat them raw? What is it? What do you like using with strawberries? Oh shit, there goes a strawberry. Those. These will be the fresh ones that we just rinsed. We put them in there. What I'm essentially doing with this is making kind of like a fruit salad. All right, well, we got the egg bites in the oven. We'll see how long that takes. So I'm going to give it a timer for roughly 15 minutes. And then we'll see how to go from there. So we have the strawberries. What else are we going to throw in there? These grapes. And so again, making sure you rinse your fruit. We are rinsing the fruit. Making it nice and easy for us. See, this is always the most time-consuming thing, right? And a lot of times whenever you're sitting here trying to meal prep, it's all about time. So you're over here picking every single damn grape off of this thing without trying to break them. Because essentially, that'll be no fun. But at least this way, whenever you do this, you get a chance to see how fresh they are. Did you buy some rotted-ass grapes, or are you going to be able to use these for the next couple days and eat them and not feed them to your damn deer? Like I do constantly. But, oh well. I digress. Actually, this is a lot of grapes. But we are making this fruit salad. Why? Because at night we become monsters. It's like the gremlins, you know, right? You never feed the gremlins, what was it, past midnight? And then they become like monsters? Well, yeah. That's essentially us in a nutshell. See, look at that. I found a moldy one. Damn it. But yeah, so we don't want to become gremlins at night. So what do we have to do? We have to make sure we mitigate that. So we have some fresh fruit. And this is going to be easy to access. And yeah, actually, you know what? I'm going to do this in 2 containers. Do this in 2 containers so that I have like almost a fruit salad. Because I was just going to put grapes in one, strawberries in the other. But fuck that. They taste better when they're together. So we'll put them together. And then now we got ourselves a little fruit salad. And then I could save the other strawberries for whenever I want to add to my yogurt. So, perfect. Fruit salad. And this is something you can think of too, chat, is whenever you're trying to eat better, you find, how do you eat better, right? You got to find what areas that you're slacking in the most. You have to find what areas do you find you overconsume. What areas just are you a monster, right? For me, I know at night I can become a monster. And so I need to mitigate that. So hopefully fruit after 8 does the trick for me. If it doesn't, back to the drawing board. But that's what always seemed to work for me and my clients. So, all right, we have that. We still have to get the rest of these strawberries cut, though, before I move on. And I don't know why she bought 2 things of strawberries. Like, 1 pint was enough. So now we gotta rinse these ones. And then now, what do you guys like eating with strawberries? Do you like strawberries by themselves? Do you like cooking with strawberries? Do you like putting them in smoothies? Let's see if I can. Well, my chat's not coming up. There it is. There we go. Now, what do you like better do you use them frozen? Do you like fresh, room temp? So we'll let those sit for a little bit. Maybe take these off. And so we still have 10 minutes on the egg bites. So why don't we... Oh yeah. This Market District bacon that I wanted to put into the egg bites that I guess I forgot. Fuck. Oh well. How did I do with my pan? There we go. Now with bacon, think about bacon. Let me know in the chat if you guys like bacon. If you don't like bacon, oh well. If you're vegan, vegetarian, holler at me, let me know. But bacon, very fatty, right? Very fatty. So, oh well. You gotta live sometimes, right? Look at this. It's fucking massive. Hey, what do they do? Holy shit. It was really 4 pieces. How much was that? That's a half a pound of bacon, and it's 4 slices. $4.58. Kind of expensive for just 4 slices like that. I mean, what the hell? Alright. Egg bites look like they're going to be needing some time. Loads of cream. Oh, on the strawberries and cream. Isn't that is a an England thing, isn't it? Strawberries and cream. when I'm watching Wimbledon, they're always talking about that. I'm always like, I wonder what that tastes like. I mean, I've had strawberries and cream, but like Wimbledon strawberries and cream, you know that's got to be some of the fucking best food in the world. But now let's make some wraps. So, let's get this knife out. Bring the vegetable cutting board back. Let's rinse this. Put this aside. And we'll get the old knife out, the old trusty knife. I'm so mad that this is bent. I don't know what the hell I did with it. But there's our veggies. We're going to be making these wraps. So, I don't know. A lot of times people have different, wherever you're from, different types of wraps. You know, be mindful. You could use really any type of wrap you want. These ones are carb-wise. I didn't buy them. I don't even know if they're any good. They look like they're going to taste like shit, but whatever. I guess we'll have to figure it out. We'll have to eat it anyways, you know, don't want to waste food. But any of these wraps can really get you to your goals, right? Because these make it so easy for you to get a decent snack while you're on the road. So maybe you're traveling, maybe you're sitting at home and you don't want to cook lunch because you're in the office or whatnot. Wraps make it such an easy, accessible. Yeah, I'm not gonna like these, I don't think. Oh well. I'll muster it down. I'll have to eat it. But essentially, let's go ahead and put some meat together in here. So you could use anything from turkey, you could use anything from ham. I mean, really whatever you damn well please. We got this ham off the bone from the Giant Eagle, and that's what we're gonna use. So nice little ham veggie wrap. Let's get this. And so what I like to do is about 3 ounces. And nothing, right? You're not going to try to go too crazy with this. And then use a little bit of veggies. And being that we cut up all of these for the eggs beforehand, it's about working smarter, right? Not harder. And then we have some lettuce, some of this Buckeye lettuce. Now it pains me to buy this shit from the bag, but in Pittsburgh, we get all 4 seasons in one fucking day. So can't really grow anything constantly year round. So you have to get your lettuce. I mean, I guess if we were doing indoor growing, but essentially I don't like using it like this. What I like doing is grabbing, rolling until it becomes like a nice little cigar. And then you're trusting your knife skills to slice down nice and easy. So you get these nice little strips. And I don't know, I'm crazy, but I feel like it changes the texture. So then we put those right on top. And then essentially, there is our wrap. So we could add mustard, but it depends on how long you're keeping it sitting, right? If it's sitting for a couple days, like I actually got some pepper jack cheese here. Actually, you know what? Let me throw some cheese now that I'm feeling cheesy. What do I have? All right, so we got a little bit of this Mexican cheese. It's like the end of the bag, so this will be perfect. I got one more left in there. And so essentially that's where we're at, right? And if you think about what this is, let's count the calories here, or the macros. So this ham from the bone is 11 grams of protein per 2 ounces. Damn, that ain't bad. 4%, not too fatty because it's from the bone, so that's always nice. So only 70 calories per 2 ounces. All right, let me write this shit down. Maybe next time I can put that in the description. No, Cat, I'm not giving you any food. No. So 70 calories for the ham. 70 cal is the ham. These wraps are 60 calories. And then if we just add 3 ounces, or like maybe, I wouldn't say that's 3 ounces. I'd say that's about 2 ounces of cheese. That's a fourth a cup. So that's like 40 calories of cheese, 30 to 40 cal of cheese. So we're at 170, 180 right now with this. The veggies, we'll say that's probably like 13, 14, maybe 15 calories. So under 200 calorie wrap right there. Under 200 calories, and it's 20 grams of protein. Fuck, you can't beat that. Ain't that right, Ketty? What? No, that's not for you. Get out. No, get back. Fucking cat. People think like, oh, the dog's bad whenever you're trying to cook. I got a cat that does the same thing. It just sits there and sniffs and fucking. It used to never be like that. Yeah, you remember? It used to be a good cat. And then you realized, oh shit, he cooks. Oh, look at these bad boys. The perfect breakfast muffins. Would you look at that? I feel like Martha Stewart. Would you look at that? How long will I hold this for? But yeah. Look at that. Huh? Uh-huh. Nice and easy. And see, this is why you don't... Some of them kind of didn't really get that one. But half the way to 3/4 of the way full. And that's what you'll get. So let's let those cool down a little bit. Actually, maybe not on the stove. What? You look like you're about to do something bad, Cat. Get out of here. All right, so let's wrap this up while that cools down. Of course, this edge is broken, so that's great. So again, remember we did this one before. We edge it, wrap, and roll. So there's our first one. So we have that. And the best part is you can make these little wraps right into, put them right into sandwich baggies, and off you go. There's your lunch. think less than 200 calories. So we got our ham off the bone. I don't like the way that looks. So there's that. Get some lettuce, little peppers and onions. And do a little bit of cheese. Wrap it, and then we roll it. Shit. That's it. Wrap it and roll it. And these are like so thin too, they're like breaking. Let's do one more of these. So these are just ham, onions, peppers, and lettuce. We add a little bit of cheese on top just because. You thought you were getting some PJ. These wraps are like, they almost don't even feel real. Like, I don't know, what are these made out of? Oat fiber. Oh, wow. Yeah, these things are weird. They don't close. So we got 3 wraps done. Not too bad. So 3 wraps done. 3 ham and cheese. And then we still have a little bit of these peppers and onions, which I'll probably use for the salads. So let's move on to the salad. So when you meal prep salads, I think a lot of times people, they want to go to the point where you have like 7 salads made and you're never going to eat them. So start with 3 and then every 3 days recycle them. And the way that you can do that is just getting 3 containers, right? You don't need to have your lettuce just sitting out there. And for me, I like buying it in these containers to make it a little easier. But essentially, you're making your salad so that you have it locked and loaded, so you have no excuses to eat it. So if you take it out of the bin, take it out of here, a lot of times it ends up going bad when it's stuck into this container, right? And so if we're able to are you gonna eat lettuce? You gonna eat that? Yeah, so my cat's eating my damn lettuce. But essentially, maybe it's a little too much. But I'm using peppers. I'm using the onions that we made before. And I'm actually going to throw a little bit of pepper jack cheese because I like it. Why not? So we have our salads, we have peppers, we have onions. What else are we gonna throw in here? Let's see. All right, so we have a couple of these salads. We have any more containers? Do one more salad. No, get down. Down. And we got a little side salad here. Throw one of these in here. And we'll use the rest of our peppers and onions. Throw a little bit of cheese. And it sucks because I had milk the other day, or actually yesterday, and it absolutely destroyed my stomach. I don't know if the rest of you guys out there, men, women, I can't do milk anymore. Milk is officially, you get to an age where milk and dairy do not want to cooperate with you. And I think I'm at that age. So no more milk. And these salads, very simple, right? I mean, I'm just literally trying to get some veggies into my system. Actually, I probably could put some carrots in there. I think I have some carrots. And then I got the other blend of salads that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make them a little pepperoni based as the meat. So pepperoni, you're gonna get pepperoni, onion. If you don't like onion, you don't need to put it in. But carrots, I'll save these ones and use those just as is. So boom, boom, boom. 3 salads. So right now, let's see, what do we got? We have 3 salads done. We have 3 wraps done. We have 9 of these egg bites. Let me kind of just show you what they ended up turning out. So you can see like they came out real fluffy, but then they kind of subsided a little bit. And that's what we want, right? We want that. So we have our egg bites. We have our food over here. So we out here right now. The best part about these little egg bites is that you're able to take them right out when they're here. Bada bing, bada boom. I mean, come on now. Little egg bites that you could use on a sandwich. Oh, look at that one. That one didn't like the pan at all. All right, so as you can tell, there's our egg bites for the week. 6 eggs, nothing crazy. And you might be wondering, Nick, well, why the hell would you meal prep eggs? Like, can't you just do that in the morning? Like, what the hell? Could do a lot of things. But the thing is when you meal prep and you have stuff like this readily available, it takes the decision out of it. That damn near burned this bacon. So if you can take the decision out of it, it makes your decision in your life that much easier. And so, yeah, something to think about whenever you are meal prepping. It's like, well, should you be doing this? Should you be doing anything, right, in life? You know what? That's how I'll make these other salads. I'll put the pepper jack cheese in them as well. So let me clean off this cutting board. The hell's my paper towel? And then we'll start working on our salad. So we got basically almost our meal prep done for the week. Or our breakfast and lunch, should I say. And that was I think it's only been about an hour. So we got breakfast, we got our eggs, we got our meal prep eggs done. We have our fruit salad done from where we're monsters at night. We have our salads done for whenever we're actually feeling like we need some veggies. We have these little naan breads that we're going to get together for our other midday snacks. So essentially, it doesn't have to be that hard, right? I mean, it just takes a little bit of time, takes a little bit of effort. And if there's a will, there's a way. I think for just about anything we do in life. Oh, it says keep refrigerated. Oh. Okay, keep refrigerated then. All right. So now, let's make, which I wouldn't say they're the unhealthy salads, but they are my favorite salads because they got a little pepperoni. I'm Italian. I need a little pepperoni. I need a little meat. Now, are they the healthiest thing in the world? Hell no, they're not the healthiest thing in the world. But sometimes it gives you that fix of, still being able to eat some of the things you want, but you're also still having a salad in the same way. I don't know. It's one of my ways of tricking myself, telling myself that, hey, it is a salad, but a little bit of pepperoni on there. Come on now. Help you reach your goals. So, cupping crisps is what they're called. Interesting. But this one we're using baby red and green leaf lettuce. So you could use really whatever lettuce, right? Any type of salad blend that you got. I'm essentially using this because it's the one that I got. And see, I hate when they do this. What the hell? Granted, I know it's all fresh, but really? This big ass stem? I guess it's all like that. This is the stem. This is the stem one. What is going on with this? So this is only 2 salads? Whatever. 2 salads it is. See, that's the thing that they get you with these. They think you're getting a whole bunch of lettuce, but then it's so big, you get shit like this where, of course I pulled, actually that's like a little heart. But you get things like this that are so surface area wise that, 4 ounces, but there's like 3 pieces in there. The hell, cat. Actually, I probably could have recycled this. But let's bring these over here. And so we just quartered those strawberries. Essentially, we're going to do that same thing with the stackaroni. So get them all in a nice stack. Lay them on your cutting board. And if you trust yourself and you got a sharp knife, cut them in half. And then do the same thing, cut them in half. And then would you look at that, now you got these perfect little quarters that you could sprinkle over the top of your salad. Sprinkle over the top of really whatever. And now we're not counting the calories on this one. What we're doing is we're saying, all right, we're eating a damn salad, right? It's better than not eating a salad. So don't yell. But we are putting some carrots on top of here for a little crunch. Come on, cat. The carrot dropped. You don't want to come over here and eat a carrot? Oh, you do. Or you're just coming over here because I said there's something over here. Pain in my ass, cat. Then let's add a little PJ, a little pepper jack. I'm going to essentially do the same thing. I'm just going to slice off some little chunks. I got this bird yelling over here. What is going on? So a little pepper jack, pepperoni salad. Throw a little garlic olive oil on here. We're ready to rock and roll. So let's think about it. We got our salads. We got our egg bites. We have our fruit salad. We got our burnt bacon that I put over here. Like cat, move. Look at this. Pain in my ass. Say hi to everybody. Say, hey, you're a pain in my ass. Yeah. Pain in my ass. No, it's cheese. She sees cheese dropped, and now it's like, oh, the cheeses are probably her favorite thing. Cheese is probably my favorite thing, so what the hell. All right, so now that we got that all said and done, and the thing is being that this is still warm, this is our egg bite, being that this is still warm, you don't necessarily want to put a lid on it, put it in your fridge, right? That's how you get sick. That's how you get the shits. But essentially what you want to do is let this kind of come down to room temperature and then be able to throw it into the fridge without a lid on, let it cool down, and then once it's cold, then you put a lid on top of it. And the thing is especially when you're doing this, with the egg bites, they could sit in your fridge and it's not a problem. But essentially, I'd freeze them. So if you're gonna make this in the morning, so if you're gonna make this, cool it down in the fridge. Once it's completely cold in the fridge, throw it in the freezer. So once it's thrown in the freezer, you could take one of these out or two of these out, microwave it, thaw it out, and essentially you can get some bread, you can get the bacon that I just burnt, or you could get, essentially toast and just start using it as a separate protein source. That is the main thing that we suffer with the most as individuals, is trying to get the adequate amount of protein. And the thing is if you can get if you can get roughly 30 grams out of each meal, or out of each main meal, which would be 30 grams at breakfast, 30 grams at lunch, 30 grams at dinner. That's 90 grams. That's better than most people are getting anyways, right? So the way to look at it is to try to get 30 grams. Because then you can have a milkshake or you can have a protein shake. Let's think, these egg bites, if I did 6 eggs, you're probably getting 3 grams of protein out of these. 3 to 4 grams of protein, probably 4 grams of protein out of these. Maybe I should actually do the math on that. But say you have 2 of these in the morning, you have an oatmeal, and you have a yogurt, you're at like 25, 30 grams of protein, less than 400 calories. So, yeah, nice. It makes it, when you break it down like that, it makes it simple. Well, I wouldn't say simple because you still have to do it, but it makes it, you don't need a PhD to figure out how to maintain a healthy weight or lose weight. We all know what we have to do. I guess that's my job as a coach and as an exercise professional. It's like I try to teach my clients, it's not about fad diet. It's not about eating 1,000 calories and you need to lose weight. You'll actually never lose weight eating 1,000 calories. Yeah, you'll lose weight, but you're never going to lose the weight that you want. All right, what else do we got over here? Like we getting close here. So we have that. What do I have back here? Some old broccoli. I don't need that right now. We got broccoli. We got the fruit salad. I think pretty much we ready to rock and roll. We got our whole week's worth of meals done in less than 2 hours. So, awesome. Appreciate you for sticking by. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.